Welcome guys, it's me, OGDuffy Eats. I am in work. And I tell you what, it's the end of March. It's Thursday. Tomorrow is Good Friday, which means it's Easter weekend. Now I'll tell you something. Spring has definitely not sprung here in the UK. It is freezing. I've got my coat on, mate. This is just nuts. You wake up every morning, it's lovely and bright, and then it just gets seriously windy and raining, etc. So anyway, I need something to eat, and I just remembered, oh yes I did. I've got one of these in the freezer here in work. I bought 3, so I'm going to give this a go. Yes I am. It is slow cooked beef rib cheesy bake. It describes itself as the following: topped with sliced potatoes and creamy cheese sauce and vintage cheddar cheese. I'm assuming there's beef in there because it says beef in the title. Now guys, let's get this into the microwave and see if it's any good. Instructions say pierce film lid several times. Something very therapeutic about that. And we've got to put it in for a total of 10 minutes on full power. Have you see that there? Just there, 10 minutes. What else does it say? For best results, cook from frozen. Yes, we're doing that anyway. Remove the outer packaging, which we've done. Peel the films. Cook for 10 minutes. Let's stand for 1. And then bish bosh, bang, Bob's your uncle. Or is he? 10 whole minutes. Mate, get that in there. There we go. I'll tell you what, I need this. I need something to warm me up today. 10 seconds, 10 minutes. We're happy. Have a 10-minute button there. Let's hit start. And there we go. It's off. 10 minutes. Let's see what it's like. Just 5 minutes, nearly done, guys. I'm getting a bit impatient now. Come on, hurry up. I need something in my belly. Something warm. Oh, yes. And while we're waiting, we're going to have a quick look at the ingredients and the good stuff in this, or rather the bad stuff. Anyway, this is part of the Iceland deal. This is free for a tenner, these meals. They're great to put in the freezer at work if you've got one, and just ding in the microwave. I'll be honest, I bought these a while back and I forgot I've got it. So happy days, guys. It's particularly needed today. Saves me having to go out and pick some lunch up. Anyway, there's a whole list of ingredients there, which tells you there's more additives in this than there are in a maths classroom. But anyway, let's take a look at the energy levels and then fat levels, more importantly. So, 1 serving, right, that's per 100 grams. Let's go for the whole thing. Right, so in terms of calories, the whole thing is 519 calories. 29.2 grams of fat, but it's not the fat level like that you're looking at, it's the saturated fat, of which saturated 15.7. Oh, that's a bit naughty, mate. That's a naughty one, son. Oh dear. Carbohydrates, sugars, etc. 6 grams of sugar, which is what, teaspoon and a half? 1.5 teaspoons? Yeah. So anyway, protein, 33.4 grams. So that's pretty decent. Well, as Europe said, guys, it's the final countdown. 3, 2, 1. It is ready. Let's stand for 1 minute. There we go. Can you hear that? It's bubbling. It's troubling. Get that on that plate. Oh yes. Let that stand for a minute. I will remove that film lid first. It's very, very hot, as you would imagine it to be. Plenty of steam coming off that. And yeah, I don't quite know. It's like an island. An island of cheesiness in the middle of beefiness. Yeah, an island of cheese in a sea of beef. But the proof's in the eating, guys. Let that cool for a bit first, though, I think. I've let it stand for a whole minute. Let's get a good sniff here. Give it a sniff test. Right, I'll be honest. Initial smells there, just like cheese on toast. It's obviously very cheesy, the cheddar coming through, but it does smell actually very cheesy, not beefy, cheesy. Now let's take a closer look. Let's dissect it a bit. So there we go, guys. Yeah, I like my description. An island of cheddar in a sea of beef gravy. Apparently it describes itself as like a red wine sauce. I'm coming in underneath there, as you can see, there's a lot of smoke coming out. That's like a layer of potato. So there's thick potato in there. That's the cheese, obviously, and that's a piece of the beef there. So it doesn't look too bad. It looks quite beefy. See how much beef is in there. I'm not sure. Yeah, like I say, quite a bit of sauce. Yeah, quite a few lumps of beef, as you can see. So, anyway, let's see if this tastes like a school dinner or a luxury meal, which it describes itself as. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try about that potato and that cheese sauce to start with. There we go, a little close up for you guys. You can see that all right. All right. It's very, very hot. I'm just letting the sauce bits drip off. First impressions. Well, that sauce is rather nice. Let's try and get a bit of beef. That's what that beef's like. Got a bit of potato on it, a little bit of the sauce. That's good. That's very tasty. So I'm going to give this a bit of a stir up, bit of a mix up, Buttercup. I'll tell you what, it's just what I need today. I say, it's so cold out there for the time of year. It's Easter weekend, should be nice and, spring has sprung and all that. Lamb's up and about with 3 legs and all that, but anyway. I'll tell you what, all in all, this isn't too bad. It's quite salty. To just have interest, see how much salt's in there. Protein salt. 3.5 grams. Well, they reckon 4 grams is a teaspoon. Or is it 3 grams? So it's just over a teaspoon of salt, which actually isn't too bad, but it tastes really salty. But I like salt, so, you shouldn't have too much of it, should you? So far, so good. I've only had one bit of beef so far. There's a little bit of beef on this section of potato. Okay, right. Well, initial impressions are very, very good. I'm actually quite enjoying it, and it's just what you need when it's a cold day like today. Well, I'm going to get the rest of this eaten, and then I'll come back at the end, and I'll give you my rating out of 10, as always. And then we'll see how much meat is in this anyway. But what's it describe itself as? And I'll see if I actually... There we go. Beef rib, 19%. Okay. Anyway, so not an awful lot of beef, but it does taste nice and beefy. So it's interesting. Anyway, let me finish it up, and then we come back to it. Well, there you go. I have eaten it all because I was brought up not to waste my food. Honest, Gov. All in all, not too bad. But let me give you my complete rundown now. So the luxury slow-cooked beef rib cheesy bake. What do I make of that? Okay, now these meals, like when I bought them, they might have changed now, so don't quote this, but I'm sure it's still the same. Were 3 for a tenner. They are the luxury range. I think luxury in Iceland's terms means quite a lot of saturated fat, very tasty. Positives. Very warming, especially on a cold day. Quick, convenient, and tastes half decent. It doesn't taste like some of the rubbish ready meals you can get. Negatives though. For me, and I'm a fan of salt, guys, remember that. I do love my salt. Too salty. I personally think when you get about 3/4 of the way through, the saltiness is really, I need a pint now. When I finish work, I'll go get a pint to get rid of that saltiness, of course. Anyway, I digress. So very salty, especially when you get about 3/4 of the way through. But hey, I couldn't let it just sit there, could I? I had to eat it all. So that's one big negative. Very, very salty in flavour. As I say, we looked at the ingredients, and it doesn't say that there's an awful lot of salt, really. I mean, 4 grams, I don't know. Is 4 grams a teaspoon of salt? Someone out there will know in the comments. Let me know. Is 4 grams an awful lot of salt for a meal? Anyway, so that's that. The other negative for me is I would have wanted more beef in it. I know it only said on the instructions 19% beef. But the beef I did have in there was actually very, very tasty. It just sort of, it did break up and fall apart. So it's like it's been well marinated in that sauce, and it does. It was quality beef. It wasn't like grizzly and bits of cartilage and eyelid and testicles and all that. It was none of that bull rubbish. It was all right actually. It was good cuts of beef, and it, as I say, it was very tender. It sort of fell apart. So all in all, what am I giving that out of 10? I'm going for 6.5. Great, warms you up, convenient, especially on like a cold day, as I said. But the saltiness on it, even for me, a salt lover, mate, it was too much. Like I say, initially it was all right, and then the more you got into it, it just didn't do it really in terms of the salt. 6.5. Don't get me wrong, would I have it again? If I went and bought the 3 for a tenner, I probably wouldn't buy this one again. No. So there we go. So yeah. Actually, I'm making that 6.56. Let's just give it a 6, because like I say, I wouldn't have it again. Only because the other food in the range is better, what I've had so far. But all in all, does what it says on the box there. It's quick, convenient, as I say. All in all, yeah, I won't bother with that one again. Too salty, but the beef in it was nice. Just not enough of it, guys. Anyway, I've been OGDuffy Eats. You've been awesome as always. If you don't already do so, hit subscribe. And in the comments, though, please, people, have you had this? What do you think? And what do you think of the Iceland Luxury range? And hey, drop in the comments anything you'd like me to review, etc. Suggestions. Hit like, do all that good stuff, share, etc. And I will see you all on the next one. Roll on, work time finished, so I can go and get that pint. Then get rid of the saltiness, of course. Laters.